The witch cult hypothesis is this idea that there was this cult of witches across Europe for the Christianization of the continent, and that the witch trials were about real witches and not what the witch trials were actually about. That's what it is. It's popularized by Margaret Murray, who wrote about it in the 20th century, but she is not the originator of the idea. To start with, we got to go about a century back to the 1820s, where this German law professor, Karl Ernst Jahrke, as I said, law professor, he was not a historian. He proposed the idea that what if the witch trials were real? And the ball was picked up by Franz Josef Mone, who continued the idea in the 1830s. And he had this whole weird idea that about cults worshiping Hecate and Dionysus coming up into Germany. So not worshiping the, German pre-Christian gods, but worshiping the Greek. Weird idea. Fringe, nobody takes this seriously, and that's the 1830s. But this kind of percolates in the background, and around 1899, the end of the 19th century, Charles Leland publishes Aradia. Aradia, the Gospel of the Witches. He claims that he was told things by a woman named Madalena, who was part of an ancient cult of witches. And this book's really popular. This book takes off, and this is one of the most influential books in the development of the modern witchcraft movement. And one of the people who kind of jumps on board with this idea is Margaret fucking Murray. And this is where she actually enters the story. And she writes the witch cult in Western Europe in 1921. And this book is really popular, and it's so popular, in fact, that she gets offered the ability to rewrite the entry for witchcraft in the Encyclopedia Britannica in 1929. And she puts out this idea that there's this ancient witch cult going, and this is why we associate it with her, because, even up to Aradia, it was still a fringe idea, right? It wasn't mainstream at all. It's when this hits the Encyclopedia Britannica that suddenly this becomes this mainstream idea. So when we talk about things like Wicca and things like that having claimed to be ancient, it's because Gerald Gardner sold Wicca early on as, this is the witch cult. This is Margaret Murray's witch cult. This is the one she was talking about. Margaret Murray even writes the foreword to one of Gerald Gardner's books. Yeah, it's not great. It's a bunch of ahistorical bullshit. And, that's what the witch cult is.